I'm gonna have you start with this one first,
Throw
and
this
that
at
is
me.
Fort.
Night.
I want to hear you pronounce what you think the title of
Fort
this game is.
Solis.
There you go. You probably read the headline to my review.
Not at all. Nope.
Oh, how dare you? I'm sure you haven't
Well,
even looked at
I
it
ain't
yet.
touching it.
Yeah, Fort Solis.
Turn off the subtitles here.
I saw this at PAX East. They had like a behind the facade closed room demo of this. And when I saw it, then I thought, I don't know what this game is, because the demo was just you as Jack Leary is the main protagonist's name, who is voiced by Roger Clark. As you would know from Red Dead Redemption 2. And it just didn't really do anything. You just kind of, it was all mood setting. And yeah, it takes place on Mars, Playland. So both games that I'm going to talk about today that I've been doing a review
take place on Mars.
Take place on Mars. No, they kind of follow a similar idea of what is a video game. What can you call a video game? Because Fort Solis barely is a video game.
Really? Okay.
And I don't mean that in an insulting way, really. It is very short. Even when I did the demo, they said it takes about 4 hours to beat it. That's very true. I think I beat it in under 4 hours, 3 hours and some change. It's cut into 4 chapters. And it is 100% just presented as a mini series. But it's like a seamless mini series. Like the chapter will just start off on a sort of like, you know, impactful moment, and then then you know the title card will come up and say chapter 3 Into the Darkness or whatever, you know. And it starts off with you and your female engineer coworker on Mars, and you receive a distress beacon or distress call from Fort Solis. You call, no answer. You try to figure that out, and so you're like, all right, I'm gonna go check it out, see what's up. When you get there, Fort Solis is in lockdown, so you have to find your way in. And once you get there, it's empty. Nobody's there. There's very few clues as to what's going on. It's an interesting thing to have this sort of spooky space theme that it's not dilapidated in any way, shape, or form. This was a very active space. I don't even know. It's like a laboratory for the most part. On Mars, and it's clean and everything, but as you go on, you start, it's all environmental storytelling. Every bit of this is environmental storytelling. You're going to computers and reading emails, you're finding files, you're finding clues on the ground, you're finding audio logs, and just the traditional trappings of this kind of game. And that's kind of it. There is, people were like thinking about like Dead Space with this, and it's not. There's no combat. Not at the most you get is some QTEs. That's it. But it is strictly storytelling. It's beautiful. It's Unreal Engine 5.
Okay.
I don't have any complaints about it aesthetically. It's very slow. Your characters have no hustle in their step. There's no run button or anything. You're just kind of sauntering through this Mars space lab, uncovering what happened, what's going on, where is everybody. And it does have, it has multiple endings too. So depending on like the stuff you find and how much of the mystery you figure out, changes some of the ending stuff. But again, it's only like 3.5. It's like 4 to 5 hours if you're a completionist and want to find every audio log, every poster, everything. But I really loved the story. It gripped me. It made me want to finish it in one sitting, which is clearly what the intention is for this game. And I did, and it's hard to complain about this game because it set out to do what it accomplished exactly what it wanted to do. But a lot of people are probably going to hate this game because it's not because it's not really a video game at the end of the day. It's just kind of an interactive movie. You just make it. It's a step. It's like a step above an FMV game, like Dragon's Lair or something. Like you're just kind of there for the ride.
Yeah, but I mean, like, you could say the same thing about the vast majority of Telltale games.
Yeah, and that's what, and I love that shit. So like, but yeah, there's very little gameplay that goes on into this. Like I said, there's a handful of QTEs, but like that right there, punching the door down and stuff. Yeah, and it plays it close to the vest on what the mystery is up until the bitter end, which I kind of appreciate. Like, you can piece it together and say, oh, I see what was going on up here now, but you don't get confirmation until literally like the last, like final chapter, last moments of the game. So I kind of appreciate that. Yeah, it's short, it's cheap, it's fun. I
just like me.
Yeah. I said fun.
Short and cheap. That sounds right.
So yeah, yeah, this is good. I played it on PS5, by the way.
Okay.
So yeah, so I think I haven't played very many Unreal Engine 5 games, so it's kind of nice to just sit down and like really get the.
It's been a rough transition for a lot of games, so
right.
I'm not terribly.
And this is a brand new studio. This is their first release. So Fallen Leaf, I think they're called. So yeah, they did a great job for what it is, and they built this game. Every bit of advertising for this game was built around the voice cast.
Yeah.
And I mean, they delivered. I mean, Troy Baker's character is great. Roger Clark's character is great. I forget who the woman actress's name is, but she's like a Scottish actress. She's not a VO person. So, and she was great. She in particular was great. So, yeah, I recommend it. If that's the kind of thing that you can appreciate, I recommend it.